Not dependent on someone else, independent.
Independent.
I
Yeah.
want, yeah,
You want to be able to live on your own terms.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
Basically, always looking for new challenges. I tend to get bored pretty easily, so I always, yeah, want to explore new things. But there was still some kind of fire in me that said, "Hey, there is something I can do."
I can do. Yeah.
And I know Arthur,
Yeah.
your business partner, and I knew that he was up to something good, and decided, yeah, let's do it. Let's start the coaching program, and let's not waste time by trying to figure out things myself, because I've
Yeah.
also done that prior to joining Business Bells.
That is always what we
Hmm.
try to explain to people who are completely new to this. Like, hey, listen, if you invest in yourself and you go for a program where you actually get very good value and knowledge, you're winning so much time. So that was already 2,000 euros profit in your first month of e-commerce dropshipping, basically.
Hmm. Hmm.
44, 45K, 45,000 euros revenue in your second month of e-commerce. That's pretty insane. With a profit margin of.
Again, around 20%.
All right, Niels. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon to you. It's good morning for me
Good
still.
morning. Good morning for you from the Netherlands. I'm calling from Bangkok today. Glad to have you
Yes,
here, man. News, I'm very
thank
happy
you.
that you're here today. I know you already, of course, because you joined Business Belts, I think 6, 7 weeks ago now. You've achieved great results. We're going to dive into that later on. But before we
Hmm.
start, could you introduce yourself? Like, who's News? What are you currently doing? Where are you from?
Of course. Well, yeah, I'm Niels. I'm 41 years old, living in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Married to my beautiful wife, Susanna. No kids, but we have two cats, which we treat as our kids, basically. Currently, yeah, apart from the e-commerce business, I'm still working full time in a sales position. I have been doing that for the past 14 or 15 years. Yeah, and basically that's well, since I've been doing that for a long time, I'm always looking for new opportunities, and this looked really interesting to me. So I thought, why not just give it a go and see where it brings me?
Yeah, yeah. So what made you consider to start with e-commerce? Because you said you're already working a full-time job. You're active in sales.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure that you have a decent job if you say it's sales in the Netherlands. What made you considering to join with e-commerce
Well,
or start
basically,
with
I'm always
e-commerce?
looking for, yeah, basically always looking for new challenges. I tend to get bored pretty easily, so I always, want to explore new things. And just a little background, when I was 18 or 19 years old, I already had some success online with affiliate marketing.
Okay,
And if we even
okay.
go before that, when I was 12, 13, 14, when I had my first computer and internet, I already had my businesses. So what I've been doing,
Wow. Okay.
I'm not sure if you can still catch me for that, but basically, I was downloading like software. I put it on CDs, and I was selling them through, well, it's Dutch, through a Marktplaats. So
Nice.
I was always looking for ways to make money online.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah. That basically, so I know I've always realized that there is a lot of money to be made online, and I have been in, well, call it a comfort zone for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Um, my job is treating me well. I get a nice salary, and everything is taken care of. But yeah, I know there's more. And basically, what I want is to be, um, how do I say it? Not dependent on someone else, independent.
Independent.
I
Yeah.
want, yeah,
You want to be able to live on your own terms.
right, exactly.
Yeah, nice. Okay, that sounds good, man. So it's interesting to hear that you were already active in kind of online business before, right?
Hmm.
So that means that you had already some knowledge. What I'm then wondering is, okay, you had already knowledge in the online world. So why did you then choose for business belts? What made you choosing business belts?
Good question. Well, to be honest, I think around 4 or 5 years ago, I also had I also reached this kind of plateau with my former employer, where I thought,
Yeah,
hey, maybe it's nice to do something online again. So
yeah,
I researched some things about affiliate marketing because I have been doing that a long time ago. But I noticed that getting back into affiliate marketing nowadays is really difficult. So it's a really closed community. If you
yeah,
don't have a network, it's really difficult to get started. It's really difficult to find the right information. And so, well, I left it. I joined a new company and continued doing my daily work. And yeah, but there was still some kind of fire in me that said, hey, there is something I can do.
I can do. Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I know Arthur,
yeah,
your business partner, and I knew that he was up to something good. And basically, when we were in Bangkok in December last year, I decided, yeah, let's do it. Let's start the coaching program, and let's not waste time by trying to figure out things myself, because I had
yeah,
also done that prior to joining Business Belts. But let's just, well, take everything that you have already learned and all the mistakes that you have already made, um, and yeah, just follow the rules and start doing it the right way.
yeah, yeah. That sounds good, and that is the way, right? That is always what we
Hmm.
try to explain to people who are completely new to this. Like, hey, listen, if you invest in yourself and you go for a program where you actually get very good value and knowledge, you're winning so much time, and that is eventually, and you know it now because you're active, you're running. Later more about that, because I know that you're doing decent numbers. Like, speed is everything, right? And you can't buy time. You can basically buy time by buying a high quality one-on-one coaching program, for example, where you can actually implement everything and can cut out all the mistakes that we made. Exactly what you say. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's very nice that you say it like that. And were you hesitant before? Were you thinking like, yeah, should I do it? Like maybe you had some, I don't know, like considerations with
Well,
yourself.
I mean, I had already some research prior to joining Business Belts, and you know what happens when you do research, your Instagram feed gets spammed with all these gurus
Yeah.
promising you millions of dollars, etc., etc. And well, that made me a little hesitant
Okay.
because I thought, okay, well, if you put it like this, it feels like it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
But because I know Arthur, I trust Arthur, yeah, as soon as I considered to join Business Belts, that hesitation was gone because I
Yeah.
knew, yeah, this must be something. And in the end, also, one thing is, of course, the coaching program that must be solid, but it's also my own responsibility to make sure that I implement it right,
For
and
sure.
yeah, that I
For
do the
sure.
right things, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really true. Like I always say it like this: you need to make the first step. Like you
Hmm.
make the first step, and in order for you to become at the top of the hill, we make all the other steps together. But the first step you need to make is signing up, for example, for business belts, and then from there we do
Yeah,
it. We give you
yeah,
all the tools. You need to implement it, and that's also why, of course, we yeah, hold you accountable for these things. So talking now about the program, like how did you experience it, and how do you still experience it, because you work with an accountability coach and you work with a business coach. Could
yeah.
you yeah, could you give a bit feedback there?
Yeah, for me, that's one of the things where I actually stepped out of my comfort zone because I'm the type of person who wants to try it on his own, right? When,
Yeah,
for example, when we're on a holiday, I want to figure out things myself. Where my wife, for example, she always wants to ask people, "Hey, what is a nice restaurant?" Or even in a restaurant, what should I eat? What do you recommend? And I'm the type
yeah,
of person. I can find it out. I will figure it out. I will Google Maps, etc. So in this case, stepping out of my comfort zone, doing exactly what my coaches tell me. Yeah, that basically brought me where I am right now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think both the business coach and the accountability coach, they helped me to get to the level where I am right now.
Yeah, nice. And what level is that? Could you show us something? Like what have you achieved so far? Maybe
Uh,
you could break it down. When did you start? For how long have you been part of Business Bells and where are you now? Maybe you could share your screen.
yeah. So I will share my screen. I started basically January 1st. I started my store.
Happy New Year.
Difficult month. Yeah, Happy New Year, but also the Chinese New Year.
Oh
So
yeah.
there was a little hiatus.
Okay.
One thing, um, yeah, maybe a good tip for the ones who are starting. Maybe they will also start next year, January, whenever the Chinese New Year is. Don't stop when the Chinese New Year is there. Even if you've only opened your store yet and you don't have any winners, take that time to do product research. Take the time to do like optimize your store, whatever.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
don't stop. I
Stop.
mean, it's 2 weeks, and yeah,
Yeah,
you
man.
can say, okay, I cannot do anything.
Yeah,
Just
you
sit
need
and wait.
exactly. You need to be proactive. That is so
Hmm.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Good tip. Thanks for sharing that.
Um, so wait, let me share my screen.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. Can you see? Okay, this is today.
So let's say from the
Uh,
moment that after Chinese New Year you basically started, because I think, I
mhm.
mean, or did you already do some numbers before Chinese New Year started?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can just show, let me just show January 1st. So this is my first month.
Okay, okay, yeah,
And take into account that, well, you can see right here, Chinese New Year. I have tried to do some run some campaigns with a pre-order,
yeah,
which, well, it has been a good test. Didn't
yeah,
work quite well. So that's just a lesson for next year.
sure.
And then at the end of Chinese New Year, I already started pushing a little bit. So basically, this was my first month.
So that's already over,
Uh,
that's like 11,000 euros in your first month with e-commerce,
yep,
basically. Yeah,
yep.
and were there some profits already in the first month?
Yeah. Profit margin was around 20% net.
Yeah,
So
nice.
yeah.
So that was already 2,000 euros profit in your first month of e-commerce dropshipping, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice,
Yeah. And
nice.
then
And then after Chinese New Year,
our first full month. There we go.
wow, okay. And the second month of being live, I'm not too sure how
Yeah.
much euros this is in total, but I can look it up. That's
Yeah. It's
around
around 40,
45,000.
44K. Yeah.
Yeah, 44, 45K, 45,000 euros revenue in your second month of e-commerce. That's pretty insane. With a profit margin of
Again, around 20%.
wow. Wow. So there was over almost 10,000 euros, and I mean almost 9,000 euros profit in your
Yep.
second month of e-commerce.
Yeah. My first full month, basically.
Your first full month in e-commerce, you basically make
Mm-hmm.
9,000 euros profit. Wow. So how did that feel? Like could you
Yeah.
could you actually believe it?
Well, it's not good, to be honest. But yeah,
Sorry, what did you
it's
say? I,
definitely.
I I couldn't hear you. There was a lag in the how does it
Oh,
feel?
sorry.
No
Well,
worries.
it felt great, of course, and of course I had some expectations, but this exact month, so the first full month, yeah, no, no way I expected that just after 1 month. No,
Wow.
no way. So
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. Okay. And then now we're in March.
yeah,
So like, yeah, until now, what have you been doing in terms of, so this was the previous month and then this month
yeah.
so far?
I can show you as well. So this month has been a little bit more, well, like rocky. So still a
Okay.
good decent amount of sales, you see, this month
Yeah.
so far. Only the net profit has is a little lower. Um, but that's also, yeah, there's certain things that you're learning in this period as well. You're
For sure.
testing more products, means you're having more ad spend, more products well, that don't sell, so you're spending more and you're getting less return. Again, it's all part of the learning process.
Yeah.
Still quite happy though
For
with
sure.
how
This is
everything's
this
running.
is so this month so far you did already this is 43,000 euros, I think, around
Hmm.
43K. What is then the profit margin this month, if I may ask?
It's around 15%.
Okay. Well, so then you're still at the profit of 6,500 euros basically, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So.
if you break this down in your first 2 months of e-commerce, you already made 15,000 euros in profits.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
yeah, it's wonderful.
And yeah, and how did you, because you said before you shared your screen, you said I must say that the place where I am today really has to do with the coaching that I got from the guys. You being coached by Mels, the business coach,
Yeah,
and by Rudy, accountability coach, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
so if we look at Mels, like in terms of business, in terms of scaling your web shop, optimizing your store,
Yeah.
what exactly did he really? I mean, I'm sure like he teach you a lot, he
Hmm.
taught you a lot, but what in specific is that you say like, yeah, these things were so crucial for me to get to these numbers?
Well, basically the whole dashboard, the meta dashboard with the campaigns and everything, it looks like a jungle. There's so much parameters you have to check.
Yeah.
And he was really good at pinpointing where I should do, what I should optimize, when to kill a campaign, when to scale a campaign. Every call, after every call I had with Mels, no joke, something good happened with the sales. So every time I saw something going good after some tweaks, together with Mels. So yeah,
Yeah.
and
Amazing.
every time I thought, okay, now I know everything. I know how to manage all the different parameters. Um, he came up with something else. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I can try that as well, and it works. I mean, it doesn't work all the time. I completely understand that sometimes something doesn't work, but the good thing is, if you don't try, you never know. If you
Yes.
try and it fails or it doesn't work, you know for the next time. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah, amazing. I always say this to every student. You never lose by testing, even you're losing some budgets. That is the first
Hmm.
thing. The second thing is you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
That's for
well,
me, that's for you, that is for me, that is for you, that is for everyone, right? And
I totally agree.
like e-com is an unlimited process. I'm in a specific process now, completely different than where you are, but like I'm still like learning things that are like, why did I never thought about this, or like, and that's very interesting. That's why I love this game so much.
Hmm.
It's like an unlimited process of optimizing and growing.
Yeah,
So
it's funny that you say that, this game. It feels like a game.
it's a
It
game. You
feels
need,
yeah.
yeah, and you need to love the game. Like for me, it's like
Hmm.
this. You need to love the game to be able to go to very, very high numbers.
Yeah,
Like that is how I really see it. So
yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. And so that's for Mels for the business coaching. Yeah, after every call, you learn something. Something went well. That's great. Now you have Rudy on the accountability part. What did
Hmm.
he taught you during these coachings? What was very crucial for you?
Well, the thing is, so that's with Rudy, and I think that the accountability part for me, since I'm already a little older and, more experienced, there's a lot of things that I have already been implementing into my life, my daily routine. Um, so again, it is still really, yeah, waardevol. Sorry,
Helpful? Yeah, yeah,
like
helpful.
helpful, to realize that I, yeah, have to get, uh, these certain set of rules in place in order to grow the business. so more on personal side. And I think it's helpful, especially for younger students, because maybe they think, hey, I'm going to join business belts. I'm going to make a lot of money. I will spend a lot of time behind the computer. Yeah, that's it. But they have to realize that your health, mental and physical, is also really important.
Yeah.
Make sure to have a routine. So all these things to me, it was just a reminder for a I'm doing the good things. I go to bed in time. I get enough sleep. I wake up early. I drink my water daily. I work out 3 times a week, running 2 times a week, etc., etc. All these things, um, yeah, and it basically he holds me accountable for that.
Yeah. Nice.
And also the thing is that I mean, it's not only Rudy who is telling you to do stuff. You have to do it yourself.
Yourself, for
That's
sure.
the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
if the calls stop after the program, you need to make sure that you continue doing
Doing it.
what you
Yeah.
were doing,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
you really need to want it as well. I wake up now at 6 a.m. every morning, sometimes 5:30 every day. I work every day, 7 days a week. I haven't skipped a day. I have been on holiday, a skiing holiday every day. I woke up at 6 a.m., made sure that everything was running, up and running, everything correct, so I could
Yeah.
enjoy my day. I didn't
Amazing.
skip a day.
Nice that you say this. And look, this is not specifically something that you always need to keep doing, but especially at the beginning points, it's so
Yeah.
very important to do it. Me myself, we work with big teams in different companies, but still, even when I'm on a vacation or a holiday, I still prefer to be around like maybe for 2 hours a day, because that gives me
Hmm.
more peace of mind than not
Yeah.
being around at all. So I can just do my checks, etc. And it's different for everyone. But it's good that you
Well,
say it. It comes down to showing up. It comes down to consistency. That is
yeah.
what we definitely also teach the people here in Business Bells. And what you say, you said I'm already a bit older. I mean, that is what you say, so I can repeat it now. So like I have already a pretty structured life. I totally agree. So and that is very very important. Um, what is
One thing,
sure
you said, of course, consistency is key. And I would also want to add that what might work for me doesn't necessarily work for someone else.
exactly
I mean, I
exactly
have to do this because I have a full-time job. So I have to make
exactly
sure that I have the morning for this. But if you are
yeah
the type of person who likes to stay up all night and play
work
games and or work and sleep until 1 p.m., and then you work for 12 hours. And if
exactly
your life, yeah, if you can do it that way,
yeah.
just do it. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And what you also said was interesting. You said, like, okay, after the calls, after the one-on-one coaching program, like you need to do things on your own, but not really on your own, because you're still part of the Business Belts community where you can chat with
definitely.
everyone. How is the support of being from the Business Belts community for you, even after you have finished your one-on-one coaching program?
Yeah, that's still great. So that's the ongoing part. We are in a group with 200 members.
106,
Uh,
160 plus at the moment. Yeah.
yeah, and I have been asking my questions. I have also been sharing some interesting stuff, and you see that people are willing to share. There's a lot of questions also from beginners. There's people answering. There's guys in there, guys and girls in there who maybe are in e-commerce for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know, and they are still really happy to answer really beginner questions.
Of course.
Instead of getting annoyed, well, this is a stupid question, why do you even
Yeah.
ask? They reply, they respond, and yeah, that's
Amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, nice, nice. Glad that you say this, because that is also why we built this community. It's not about what you're currently doing. It's just about like helping each other, growing each other. That yeah is the most important thing. And then in general, what stood out the most for you, or still stands out the most for you in this program or in Business Bells? Like what were you like very really surprised of, or impressed with? Is there something what comes up in your mind?
I'm impressed with well the overall setup of business belts, and I shared that with Arthur as well because before I thought, okay, Arthur is drop shipping, period. That's what he's doing. I didn't know anything else, and now that I see all so at first we get an extensive course, all the videos, how to set up everything, how everything works, explained in detail. So that's the first step, and then you join the program. You have 8 weeks of coaching. Um, uh, of course, you can also ask questions apart from the coaching. So your coaches are always there if you need some help. Then there's the community. Uh, then there's Go Digital with the ad accounts, the agency. Then there's also the supplier. So basically, from A to Z, you're covered. If you
Yeah.
follow the steps, then I mean, there's nothing else to do than just start grinding and print money.
Uh, True. Just do what we say, right? Yeah.
Well, that's the
Um,
thing. That's where I started. As I said, I'm pretty much someone who wants to find out things himself. And for this, I told myself I'm going to follow everything from A to Z. If they do this, I do this as well. I'm not going to deviate. But as you continue, and that's what I've been doing now, because I'm well finding some interesting stuff and trying some other things with my store as well to see if it works. But
yeah.
first, if you just follow the steps, put in the work, um, even if the first 10 products you test might not be winners, might not be selling, then there's always number 11 or number 12. They will, it still amazes me that you always find new products.
For sure.
There's unlimited amount of products you can test,
Yeah.
and one will stick, two will stick, or three will stick, whatever,
Sure.
and you
You're one
just continue.
you're one product away from a complete different business
Yeah,
and a complete different approach in your business. And that's where you're now.
exactly.
And are you already looking ahead? Like what are going to be your next steps in e-commerce and in business belt?
Um, Basically, well, there's two things. The one in business belts, I finished the blue belt program, so I definitely want to move up to the red belt program.
Yeah.
That's one. And two, we are opening a second store.
Nice.
I say
Nice.
we because I have two business partners, two of my best friends.
Great.
We are doing everything together. I have a good setup. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
So
Nice.
that's the next steps, and then yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the possibilities are endless. I mean, right now we are doing general stores, so we are opening a new general store in another market, but we can choose. You can go niche,
Sure, man.
fashion, health and beauty. You can basically do everything.
Sky is the
Why?
limit. And yeah, and now you know the tools like how to set up a new store, how to handle quick, how
Yep.
to test, how to optimize. You know all the real basics, all the fundamentals, and now from here you start to build. And from the moment you guys join Red Belt, then we really go in the back end of the business because now we build front end, how to generate sales, how to scale, etc. That's all nice, but then back end is so important to make sure that you can keep up those high amount of sales and can go even further because that comes down to
Hmm.
back end eventually. So yeah, it's great that you're now reaching that stage. And what I said at the beginning, it's an endless process. I'm still in an endless process. We're still grinding, optimizing. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
Okay, and if someone is watching now, they're still hesitant to start with e-commerce or with business bells, like can be both in general. What would you recommend? What do you want to tell them?
Well, if you're still hesitant, stop hesitating and just join. If you are yeah, if you're looking to go into a great program with good support, everything from A to Z is covered. No like fake promises of hey, next year you will drive a Lamborghini. It could be, by the way, if you're doing the right thing, you never know. I mean, The
It could
sky is
be
the limit.
for sure. Yeah, man.
But it's a solid program, and take it from me again, the older guy who has some experience um, with well, basically in life. Um, this is just what you need to sign up for. It gives you all the tools you need, and all the yeah, all the tools you need to grow, basically.
Nice, nice, amazing, man. Thank you very much for yeah for being here today and to give your input and to give your feedback. I really appreciate it. I'm happy that you're already here and that you have generated these profits and that you're keen to yeah to generate more results. We're definitely
Hmm.
staying in touch because you're part of Business Belts.
Definitely.
We're in daily touch. You're going to join Red Belts as well, so that's going to be amazing. So thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it, News.
Thank you. Thank you,
Have a
Thomas.
nice
Have a nice
day.
day.
Ciao.
Bye bye.